Those who want some good anime action should begin watching Demon Slayer because this is one of the most exciting shows you can watch today. This anime's fight scenes involve the Demon Slayer Corps making use of their Nichiren swords to defeat their demon opponents. And each member of the Corps has a specific sword that suits their style and breathing technique. Every sword in Demon Slayer has a different color, and the sword colors have meanings as well. In that regard, let's look at the best swords in the Demon Slayer anime. 10. Inosuke's Indigo Dual Swords. One of the most unique swords in the entire Demon Slayer anime is Inosuke's Indigo Dual Swords. He wields each sword in his hand and uses the trademark beast breathing technique to use them in a crude but very effective manner. This color seems to be unique to him in the sense that he is the only beast breathing technique user out there, considering that he invented it. Another thing that is noticeable in Inosuke's swords is the fact that they are jagged. He meant to create this jagged look, as seen from how he used a rock to create those gashes when he got a new pair of swords. The jagged swords are meant to carve flesh out like a saw and enhance Inosuke's techniques. 9. Zinitzas Yellow Sword. Zenitsu is the show's comic relief because he tends to be the goofiest out of all of the main characters. However, whenever he is asleep, he is a force to be reckoned with due to his thunder-breathing style, which is incredibly fast. Of course, Zenitzas' yellow Nichiren sword fits his entire look and style. This sword consists of a lighting pattern that goes well with the thunder style that he uses. In that regard, his sword is one that is made to fit his incredibly fast fighting style. 8. Matsuri's Pink Sword. Matsuri is the show's love Hashira and uses a style that fits her overall alluring look. Of course, because her breathing technique is as rare as anything else on the show, she uses a Nichiren sword that is quite unique as well. The Nichiren sword that Matsuri uses is a pink whip-like sword that fits perfectly with her overall appeal and style. Her sword is said to be one of the fastest because of how incredibly quick they are to the point that not even 10 Gen Yuzui's swords could reach speeds that fast. 7. Jizz Blue Sword. Water Hashira Jizz Blue Nichiren sword should be the first one you will see. He appeared in the very first episode as he was the one who nearly killed Nezuko and told Tanjiro to train under his former master. Jizz is one of the best swordsmen in the entire Demon Slayer Corps and is probably the best in terms of pure swordsmanship. And he uses the water breathing technique, which allows him to move fluidly like water and use techniques that are very smooth. 6. Gyomyai's Grey Flail and Axe. Undoubtedly the strongest of all of the Hashira in terms of pure strength and power, Gyomyai uses weapons that are also very unique. While they are still considered Nichiren blades for all intents and purposes, Gyomyai's weapons are a flail and an axe. Being the stone Hashira, Gyomyai uses weapons that are grey in color, and that's because of the fact that stone is also portrayed to be grey. But while he doesn't use a sword, his raw power flows very well through his flail and axe to the point that he could give the strongest demons a run for their money. 5. Sammy's Green Sword. Sammy is the Wind Hashira and is the angriest looking Hashira. He is also one of the strongest Hashira and is perhaps just second only to Gyomyai in terms of his overall power and technique. He uses a green Nichiren sword that goes well with the green color that is often associated with wind in anime. Of course, Sammy's sword is personalized to him, and his skills as a blade is adorned with a jagged pattern that is not unlike the one on Inosuke's swords. And considering that he is often considered the best in terms of his skill with his breathing technique, the personalized sword suits his perfection of the wind style very well. 4. Tanyan Zamber Dual Cleavers. Tanjin is the most flamboyant out of all of the Hashira, and his swords suit him well. He is the sound Hashira and comes from a family of ninjas. Despite being a ninja, he uses amber-colored swords that don't seem to fit the style of a ninja. Nevertheless, true to Tanyan's nature as a flamboyant character, he uses two large cleavers that don't resemble the standard Demon Slayer katana one bit. However, he has shown a level of mastery with his swords such that he is able to use them at blinding speeds. 3. Rangokus Red Sword. True to his fiery spirit, Rangoku used a red sword that is said to be the trademark color that those who train in the flame-breathing style use. He was also so skilled with his red sword that he was able to fight on par with the third strongest upper moon for a while before he succumbed to his injuries. Rangoku served as an inspiration to Tanjiro and his friends because he is one of the bravest and fiercest fighters in the entire anime. His fiery fighting spirit fit perfectly well with the flaming red sword that he used in battle. 2. Kokashibas Purple Sword. This Nichiren sword is yet to be shown in the anime because the character who uses it is yet to be revealed as well. However, manga readers would know that Kokashibo is the twin brother of the founder of the Demon Slayer Corps and is the second strongest Demon Slayer in history because he invented the moon-breathing style. However, because of his quest for power, Kokashibo turned into a demon and was the strongest demon under Muzen's command. He still uses his old moon-breathing style that was used to dye his sword purple. However, because he modified the sword with his blood, it now has a bloody color. 1. Tanjiro's black sword, of course, the one who takes the top spot in terms of the best swords in Demon Slayer, is Tanjiro's black Nichiren blade. Although Tanjiro started out as a water-breathing user, his Nichiren sword turned black instead of blue, and that surprised him because black swords are said to indicate bad luck. However, it was later revealed in the story that the black katana is associated with the sun-breathing technique, which Tanjiro knows as a dance that has been passed on in his family for generations. As such, being the inheritor of the sun-breathing technique, his Nichiren sword turned black.